was such a hard life, such a hard life. Oh, what is it you're after? What are you after? Eh? What are you after? Beautiful doggy. So good morning everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much to my new subscribers. I'm up to 604 now, which is pretty good for me. Now I just want to answer some comments I got on one of the videos that I'd done a little while back. I think it was about a month ago. I done a video titled Online Shopping, Life in the Philippines or the UK for better or worse, and I got some rather interesting comments. One of I want to highlight some of the comments, but this one in particular was from, I'm not going to name the person who sent it, but for me to reply and type a reply would have taken all bloody day. So let's start with the main, well, all of the points that was made. So, life in the Philippines or the UK for better or worse, which is better or which is worse? And the first comment was, it's too hot over there. Well, yeah, it's bloody hot, very hot. There are things that you can do to help yourself in the heat. Stay inside in a nice cool environment like I have here now. Got the fan going, you could probably hear it. Stay out of the sun. I keep saying that, stay out of the sun, especially between the hours of 12 PM and 3 PM when the sun is at its highest and it's very, very hot. Just stay indoors. Or if you have the luxury of having a car with aircon, you can go out and put the aircon on. I don't have that luxury at the moment. I am pursuing that avenue. So yeah, it's very hot over here, but then it's, you know, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, it's very hot there too. I mean, Dubai, for example, gets temperatures up to 44, 45, 48, constant heat. Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, all the countries all around this area, around this part of the world, are very, very hot. I knew that before I came here. I mean, I've been coming to and from in the Philippines for ages, so I knew it was hot. Just acclimatise, just get used to it. Okay, the next one. The food in those caranderias is awful, full of fat. Well, I don't know what carinderia you use, but the one that I go to, the food is freshly cooked every morning. I eat plenty of vegetables. The vegetables dishes are pinak bat, all sorts of different vegetable dishes, and there are some dishes with vegetables with meat in. I haven't found any, well, if any, fat. I mean, there's a little bit, but it's not full of fat. It all depends on what you want to eat. If you want to go and buy meat, some, I grant you, are not brilliant. They're trying to earn some money, so they buy the cheapest cut of meat I guess they can possibly get, and a lot of that is sort of like not the best cut. There's a lot of fat in it, yeah, granted, but you don't have to eat it. The carinderia that I use is, as I said, the food is very fresh, very good, and is not full of fat. In fact, it's very healthy eating. Let's answer that one. Now, this next one, okay. Foreigners get treated as second-class citizens. Deny that. There was no question mark after the deny that, but I'm assuming that it wants me to deny that we are treated as second-class citizens. What is the definition of a second-class citizen? A second-class citizen is somebody that's not afforded the same rights, courtesy as a first-class citizen. I mean, you can go and have a look at some of the dictionaries. The definition of a second-class citizen. I'm in somebody else's country, so I don't expect to walk into somewhere and everything stops and they drop everything just to serve me and sort me out and look after me. Deny being a second-class citizen. Well, if I'm a second-class citizen here, especially where I am in Ilocos Sur, then I'm quite happy to be a second-class citizen. And incidentally, this guy, I think, is from the UK. Tell me if you're on old age pension or a senior citizen, you don't get treated like a second-class citizen, even behind it. Even behind other people that are not entitled to be in the country. I mean, if you're trying to compare the two, it's just the same in the UK. You're a second-class citizen unless you've got a lot of money. So I'm not going to deny that I'm a second-class citizen, but I'm certainly not high-class. I haven't got that sort of money to live the high-class life, if that's what you mean by it. But I'm denying that they treat me any different to they treat anybody else. I mean, how do you want to be treated? Yeah. Oh yeah, come in, sir. Yeah, clean your boots, sir. Kiss your ass, sir. 3 bags full, sir. I mean, yeah, anything you want, sir. Yeah, be my guest, sir. Don't worry about everybody else, sir. Come on, mate. You're nothing special, mate. It's just you're a different colour to them. You know what I mean? Electricity prices are extremely high. Compared to what? The UK? You are joking me. They might be high. My average electric bill per month, and I've got 4 or 5 standing fans, pretty much 2 or 3 of them are on 24/7. I have aircon in the bedroom, and I run that when we go into the bedroom and sleep, and put it on a timer, and it stays on for an hour. Put it on in the morning. Don't really use it a lot, but my average bill is around about 2,500 pesos a month. What's that, about 35 quid, £35 per month here. You tell me somebody whose electric bill in the UK is £35 a month. Nah, don't think so. Brownouts aren't much fun. Well, no, they're not much fun, but they happen, and they happen fairly regularly. Not so much that it disrupts me that much. I mean, to be fair, here we have brownouts in particular parts of the day, like between 12 and 3 when it's really hot, which to some might be very annoying, but they're doing maintenance work, or during the early hours of the morning. They are a pain. You can get over that. You can get yourself one of those portable battery things or a generator. As soon as you have a brownout, one of those ones that when the electricity goes off, it automatically kicks the generator in and restores your power. So there are ways around it. I agree they're not much fun, but poor healthcare, expensive and very poor quality. Now, are you referring to the Philippines or are you referring to the UK? Because as it stands at the moment, the healthcare in the UK is not as good as it used to be. Okay, it's free. Well, that is a major bonus. it's free. That point I can concur with. I wouldn't say that it's poor, but it is expensive for anyone, irrespective of whether you're a foreigner or a local. To get the best healthcare, you've got to pay for it. They haven't got a structure set around healthcare costs here. If you're sick, you've got to pay for it. It's as simple as that. In the UK, the major bonus is that it's free, albeit not as good as what it used to be. And you know to blame for that. Various governments that come in promising this, that, and the other, and they never seem to do anything about it. So yeah, I can see your point on that one. This next one, security issues over here. Sitting duck syndrome. Not too sure that I'm a sitting duck, but the next part of it, they target foreigners' homes over there for obvious reasons. Target our homes for what? For theft? To come and rob you? You just put in a security system like CCTV and stuff to alleviate that. And in this area where I live, loads of people know where I live. They know I'm a foreigner. They just leave me alone. It depends, I guess, on where you live in the Philippines or where you visit in the Philippines. There are some places that are not very good for locals, for foreigners, but foreigners more so than locals, because I suppose the obvious reason is because they think you've got a load of money and there's plenty of stuff to steal. But I've never had a problem. I've been here a year and a half in this particular area, and I've never had a problem. Nobody comes to my door. I don't drive past. In fact, I've got neighbours here going up and down all the time. They just get on with their life. They don't never bother me. I've never had anybody try to break into this place, and I've been here long enough that a lot of locals, there's 20-odd thousand people in this area, know where I live, and I've never had a problem. So I guess that's geographical, I suppose. Again, it depends on what part of the Philippines you live in, or you're from, or you visit. This one makes me laugh. Out of stock, numerous items. Yeah. Yep. Totally agree. I've gone into places like clothes, or anywhere, to be fair, fast food restaurants, and asked for particular items. Sorry sir, out of stock. I just laugh over that. That's part and parcel of being here. But then that doesn't happen in the UK, does it? I mean, there's plenty of times I went to the Mackie D's in the UK and been told that what I want is out of stock, and you have to reorder and sit in the drive-through bit and wind the person up behind you because you're taking too long. It's no big deal. Out of stock of numerous items. Well, if they're out of stock of a particular item, we'll just buy something else, unless I really need it. And then you've got the online outlets that you can buy stuff from. It's no different. It's no different here than it is in the UK. Just make some comments. I mean, wherever you are here in the Philippines, if you're retired or you visit for long periods of time, let's have a little forum. Stick your pros and your cons, stick your likes and your dislikes in the comment section down here, and let's open a discussion about it. Be nice and be polite. I mean, this guy's not being nasty, he's just making a point, his idea of the Philippines. I'm not knocking it, I'm just saying that there's aspects of it that are the same here as they are anywhere else. Water pressure. Oh, dengue, malaria. Well, you can get a jab for malaria. Dengue, yeah, you got to be careful of that here. It all depends on I mean, it's pissing down with rain again outside, and whether or not that's got anything to do with a dengue outbreak. I mean, apparently I've been told that if you walk in rain flooded areas, dengue is mainly caused by mosquitoes, I believe. Yeah, that is a problem, but you can. I'm not too sure if there's a vaccination for it, but yeah, I agree with you on that. That's one problem. Malaria. Well, I had a malaria jab before I came out here, so I haven't had a problem with that. But then that's throughout Southeast Asia, right? Dengue, or they've got their own version of it. Anywhere where there's lots of bugs and stuff. Water pressure. Are you talking about the mains water pressure? The mains water pressure here is very good. Again, it's geographical. It might not be as good where you go. It'd be interesting to know exactly where you go or where you visit. But I've got my own water well, which I've got a pressured cylinder and a water pump, so I don't use mains water, so I can't really comment too much on the water pressure, but I'm certainly can tell you that my wife's parents' place have got mains water, and the pressure's pretty good. You know, you can have a decent shower in there. It's not sort of like power, but it's good enough. Not as obviously as good as the UK, but it's not bad. Corruption. Come on, mate. There's corruption all over the world, isn't there? Just take a look at our governments. Well, not just our government, but any government anywhere. There's corruption all over the world. There's those that have and those that don't. And there's a lot of people that take. And yeah, agreed. But isn't that the same as the UK? Masses of corruption there going on at the moment, isn't there? I haven't been in the unfortunate position where I've suffered via corruption. Unless you had the next item on the agenda, foreign attacks. Now that foreign attacks, I'm assuming you mean skin tax. So when you go shopping, they look at the colour of your skin and then put the price up. Yeah, they do. But they do that all over the world, right? London. Blimey, last time I went in London, and I'm a indigenous Londoner, and they even ripped me off there. But you know, the more they get to know you, it happens. But you know, if you think you're being ripped off, just walk away. There's plenty of places that I go to, they charge me exactly the same as what they charge the locals. Endless visa fees and trips to immigration. Well, it's not exactly endless, is it? It's once every month or 2 months. Or 5 years or 10 years, depending on what visa you've got. Here it's no bigger deal than going shopping in a supermarket. I mean, you walk into the local Bureau of Immigration, you're in and out within 10 minutes. Yeah, I've got to go down there, but I go down there when I've got something else to do in vegan. You know, if I've got to go shopping or something. It's not a big deal for me, but yeah, it's there. But if you're a tourist, then yeah, you'll have to keep on extending your visa every month or 2 months. If you're intending on staying longer, then there are visas that you can get that you don't have to keep going down there, like the 13A visa or the retirement visa. Cockroaches and bugs everywhere. Yep. Cockroaches and bugs everywhere, planet wide. To be fair, I don't see many cockroaches in this house or around. You get the odd one or two, no more than I used to get under the kitchen sink in the UK. That all depends on how clean you are, right? there's bugs all over the place. We've got these things here called, the locals call them simut. They're like moths, and there's a plague of them. They come in a particular, just at dusk, when everyone starts turning their lights on, and there's millions of them, and they sort of come in and annoy you for about an hour, and then they bugger off. But driving in and to and from vegan in particular parts of the day, early in the morning when the sun's just coming up, and when the sun's setting, you're driving there and you get splattered with bugs. They're everywhere. Yeah, you're in Southeast Asia, you're in a tropical climate. No big deal. Yeah, it is. I mean, sometimes they're bloody annoying. Yeah, flies are annoying, but ain't wasps annoying in the UK? I mean, all these things that you're highlighting here are pretty much worldwide. And then he goes on to say, on the whole, things work properly in the UK. Really? Fucking hell. Honestly, in the Philippines, they certainly don't. Okay, some do, but a lot don't. But it's the culture of the Philippines, you know. It's what it is. Always expected to give money to your girlfriend, wife's family. Maybe you're expected to give money to your wife's girlfriends or family, but you've got a choice. You either do or you don't. My wife's family never asked me for a penny, ever. They've asked my wife if she can help, and she does, but it's nothing spectacular. It's not, you know, nothing out of the norm like a normal family in the UK would do. If your daughter comes home from school and she needs a new pair of shoes or something, you buy it for them. I mean, they don't take the piss here. There are a lot that do. You can avoid that, you know. I mean, I'm no Elon Musk. I haven't got shitloads of money I can throw about, and I'll tell them that. I'll let them know that. And I'll say, look, if you think I'll come here and you know, everything's going to be okay for you now financially, you can just get what you want and just ask me for it. We've got another thing coming. It ain't going to bloody happen. And more fool the people that let it happen. Because there's no doubt it does. And there's no doubt there are a lot of people out there that fall for it and give it. And then for all those things that disadvantages and that the guy dislikes, he says at the bottom, I visit there frequently, but I definitely couldn't live there. You visit here frequently, but you hate it. All this that you've said that's bad about the Philippines, but you come here frequently, and then you finish off by saying it's not all brilliant over there. I never professed to say that it is brilliant, but I tell you what, it's a damn sight better than my life would be in the UK. You know, on a personal note, I'm financially much better off. I don't have to struggle. Electricity, it's extremely high. Okay, £35 a month, you think that's extremely high. You know, all the other points that you've made there, the culture of the Philippines is totally different to the culture of the UK. That there's more that you haven't put on there. Driving here, for example, my God, they're mad. They drive, I mean, without crash helmets. They're on these buttons, they zoom around like 100 miles an hour, and they cut you up, and they pull out in front of you. Car drivers are the worst. They think they've got the divine right. Even if you're on your bike and there's nothing behind you for about 100 yards, and you're 10 yards away from them, they'll just pull out in front of you. You've got to be ready for that, because if you hit them, it's your bloody fault, because you just stopped and let them out. That's driving here, you know. And to be fair to them, I see far less accidents here in the Philippines than I ever did in the UK. And it's bloody annoying, very annoying. It's the culture, it's how, you're not going to change it, you just got to get used to it, you've got to live with it. It's like everything here, you know, being treated as a second-class citizen. I'm not too sure. Give me your definition, or some, please, people out there, give me your definition of a second-class citizen and deny it. I don't have the right to expect anything from the locals. If I walk into a shop, I don't expect them to stop serving everybody else and serve me in front of them. It doesn't work here. In fact, when you go into a shop and you stand there, somebody will walk in, somebody's getting served and they're paying for their goods. Someone will just come and go, and they'll butt in. That's what they do. You've got to get on, you've got to live with it. You've got to accept it, embrace it. It's their culture. You're not going to change it. Things like going into a door of a shop. I was always told, hold the door open for somebody. If somebody's coming out at the same time as you're going in, I'll open the door and I'll let them out. And they just walk past you, they turn around and say thank you, kiss me arse or nothing. They just go. And the reason for that is because they've got security guards that normally do that for them. It's part of a security guard's job to open the door for people coming in and out. They don't expect to sort of like have, it's unusual for them to have somebody open the door for them politely and let them through first, and vice versa. In the UK, manners would tell you to say, oh, thank you. Some do, some say thank you, but a lot won't. It's the culture. If you don't like the culture, don't keep coming here. You know, I've got no problem with it. But thanks for the comment, man. You know, I'm not knocking you for what you're saying, and most of what you're saying is true. Oh, excuse me, sorry. But it is what it is here. And a lot of what you're saying there is true. Most South Asian countries or Asian countries or Middle Eastern countries or whatever country you go to, you're in their country. You've got to adapt. You've got to learn to live within their culture. You're never going to change it. Complain about it, yeah, but you're falling on deaf ears. They don't care. You know, you're nothing special to them. Only the fact that is when you walk in, you get the hands coming out, give me some money and all. You just got to live with it. It's annoying, yeah, but you just got to get on with it. Now, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'd like to try and grow it a little bit more. If you like the content, or if you've got any suggestions for any content you want me to put on here, or any other topics of conversation, there are vloggers that sort of like go on daily 2 or 3 times a day, and all they seem to do is slag everybody else off. I ain't going down that line. But yeah, make some comments and give me some ideas. But make comments on this video, on any other ones that I've done. If there's anything you want to say, please say it. But do me a favour, be polite, be nice, because I've had a couple that have just blatantly abusive, and they're not named. They're just their title is user blah blah. They've got no content, no subscribers. They're obviously just trawling the internet to see who they can wind up. Don't bite. You're going to get them. You're going to get bad comments. If you don't like it, just block them. I don't think I've ever blocked anybody. Although I was accused of blocking somebody, I never blocked them. I mean, some of the comments I held for review. Not my fault if YouTube deem it necessary not to allow your abusive comment on a channel, because they're reviewing it to decide whether to put it on or not, and if they don't put it on, it's because they think it's abusive. If you've got any abusive stuff to say, by all means send it and say it, but I won't answer you, or YouTube will block it. But make some comments. Let's open a forum on life and the difference between the UK and the Philippines. But again, thank you very much everyone for your comments. They're greatly appreciated, And it just goes to show that there are some people there that are in the same situation as I am, and it's nice to hear from people like that. I certainly know a lot of expats around here with their wives, and we just blend in with the you know, we blend in with life here, and we all get on like a bloody house on fire. Well, if I get robbed tonight, I'll let you know. Okay? So on that note, be lucky, drink plenty of water, because it's too hot over here. Keep smiling, just blend in. Until the next time, see you later.